Today is 632nd day I'm here to share lessons I learned, and I'm learning. I hope this also supports your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I want to speak about how to change the world. It's such a big thing, how to change the world. And I think a lot of times people say, oh, like change the world is too big of a challenge, and I will not do anything about it. But I truly believe that when every single person is thinking that, millions of people are thinking that, people are not able to change the world. But when one person, two people, 10 people, 1,000, a million people start to think that they are able, one by one, influence the world, I think that things will start to change. So today I will share like 15 things that every single person are able to incorporate in their life and really start change the world one thing at a time. So first thing is that practice kindness. Every single person are able to do that. But are you able to change the world? Yes, because one thing at a time. Imagine if billion people is practicing kindness. Life could change. I believe that kindness is supposed to be one of the things that we always value. Now, I truly believe that if you want to be kind, of course, you need to be the best version of you. Because the better, the stronger you are, the more kindness you're able to give out. So, again, you're able to work on yourself to be more kind. Number two is volunteer. It doesn't matter how much success you have at the moment, you're able to volunteer, you're able to give your energy, you're able to give your time, you're able to give your resources, you're able to give your skills. So find a time to volunteer. Number three is support ethical brands. It is very important because I know there's a lot of people say, like, oh, like they are not doing business ethically. But at the end of the day, where do you buy stuff? Because I could see that sometimes that, oh, like I don't want you to buy from unethical businesses. For some reason, they're looking for the cheapest product and they buy the product that unethical business made. Because most time, unethical businesses are able to make cheaper products. An ethical business needs more resources and is more expensive to make it ethically. So that means, are you okay buying more expensive products? And you say and you need to answer yourself. And for me, I better invest in more quality product. I will pay a little more. Maybe we'll have less, but have more quality than having more and less quality. And at the same time, the business might be that it will not work ethically. And at the same time, not all cheapest products are done unethically. You're just saying that a lot of times it happens like this because they're able to make things more cheap. Number four is reduce, reuse, recycle. So it means you're able to reduce how much you use, you're able to reuse some things, and then of course recycle. Of course, not every single person is able to recycle because some places I know that you're not able to recycle. But if you are able to, I hope that you spend a little bit more time to really help Earth. Because if, as I said, billions of people start to recycle, imagine how more clean Earth could be. Number five is educate yourself. And educate is very, very important for two reasons. First is when you educate yourself, you're able to understand more, build more wisdom, and of course, you're able to make more money. Of course, it's not important to make more money as if it's not your goal, but if you start making more money, what you're able to do? You're able to give more, you're able to have more time, you're able to have more ability to volunteer, you have more resources. So that means when you educate yourself, you have more power, and of course, you're able to influence Earth in a better way. So I truly believe in a growing every single day that you could become bigger, and of course, then at the same time, you're able to add value to people more. Number six is participate. So then participate in community events, participate in local events, but participate everywhere where you are able to go, because when you participate in a lot of different events in the community, you're able to connect with each other. You start to value each other. You start to understand each other. You start to value more diversity and inclusivity and that all other parts, because only by connection, understanding that different people are exactly the same as you do. There's a lot of differences, but a lot of similarities. But what is most important are similarities, not the differences. Number seven is be respectful. That means that you're able to see this other person, and other person could have differences, and be Might be that you do not agree with them, but you still need to respect them. Because at the end of the day, they are human beings, like the same like you. They deserve respect. Of course, some things that they did might be that is bad, and they did because that's what they thought is the best for them at the moment. So that means you're able to potentially judge their activities, what they did, but you're not able to judge the person itself. So that means that every single person deserves respect, but of course they need to take responsibility of the actions they took. But at the same time, I truly believe that every single person deserves respect at the end of the day. Number 8 is spread positivity. One thing that I know that negativity is byproduct. Negativity goes contagious very, very fast. So that means we need to be intentional about creating positivity. So that means we need to work very hard to really spread positivity, because positivity will not spread manually. Negativity is spreading automatically. So that means we need manually put more and more positivity, that after a while people start to believe that life is positive, life is abundant, life is beautiful. Because when people look into news, and news all about negativity, and there is, I think that's why I never watch news, because there is too much negativity over there. So I better find places where there is more positivity. Maybe sport competitions, maybe people who are writing books, maybe succeeding in their business. Like, there's so many great things is happening, technology as well, that you need to focus where the positivity and spread that positivity out around yourself. Number 9 is practice empathy. That means that putting yourself in other people's shoes and thinking how I could do if I could be in that position. Because a lot of times, oh, like how they do it. But then if you could have a chance to think about, if I were in their shoes and went through exactly the same pathway as they did, maybe you can do exactly the same what they did. Because I think that we need to have more empathy, understanding where people are coming from. Because when you're able to understand your emotions, other people's emotions, you're able to connect even more. Because people connect on emotional level, not a logical level. So that means when you have more empathy, you're able to connect and build stronger connection with people. Number 10 is conserve resources. This is, again, is very important, how you use everything, how you use food, how you use paper things, how many do you print. Some people print pages and pages and pages and then throw it away. Pages and pages, pages, throw it away. So I feel that I'm happy that now people use more digital tools. But yeah, like there are some things that I still love. For example, paper books. It's a beautiful thing. I don't want to go to digital, because it's just having a book in your hands and being able to read from actual book. I really enjoy that. But this is part of conserve resources, because some things that I do not want conserve resources on, because it's just much more pleasurable to really reading a book when you have ability to touch it. Number 11 is donate to charities. Charities are people or the church or whatever. They find a place where you're able to give. It doesn't matter how much you're able to give. If you have a $100, maybe able to give 1% and give them $1 or $10. Like it doesn't matter. Like but you're able to give. Maybe not able to give to some other people. Maybe able to give your family members who are struggling, and not having that, oh, I'm borrowing you. No, give it. Give it to that person. Because I truly believe that when people give, they get more back. I have seen people who have given so much, and after that they just receive back, because people need to be rivers. So that means and the more you give out, the more it comes. So that means that you become bigger and bigger and bigger river. You start with a small river, just a small river, and then when you start to give, the flow starts to come up, and I truly believe that's how you're able to make yourself a bigger river, because you don't need to be a reservoir. Because if you're a reservoir, you are set and you will be always like this. But if you are able to be river, you potentially could overflow and be bigger and bigger river. Number 12 is advocate for change. So that means you're able to say what is important to you. Of course, not pushing change, but you're able to say like, oh, this is what I do, this is what I love, this is what I believe in. And when you advocate through your beliefs and what you are doing, then of course I truly believe this is when you advocate properly for change, because 13 is be a role model. So that means you need to show example how do you live your life, because I remember that my friend showed how she does with the groceries, how she buys, how she doesn't use the plastic bags, and I said I want to do the same. I want to conserve resources. I want to not waste all the plastic bags, and I wanted to save and not use as many. So she used to bring even those plastic bags in the store, that she doesn't need to take a new plastic bag as well. Number 4 is support local communities. So again, this is all very similar to volunteering. So how are you able to support local communities? In a lot of different ways. You're able to, your time, your energy, your thoughts, your skills, your ideas. There's a lot of different ways, but you're able to choose how do you want to support local community, how you want to participate, and of course add value, because I said when the stronger community, the more people are willing to help for the community to grow. And the last one, number 15, is foster love and inclusion. Most people said that love is one of the essential things in life, because we need to love one another. And when you're able to love one another, because a lot of times people think that they are on their own in life, and then you think, oh, this is me, this is all about me, this is my life. But when you start thinking, oh, this is our life, this is us, and when you think about us, and I love every single person that I meet, again, you potentially could not like every single person that you meet, but able to love. That's unconditional love, because they are your brothers and sisters, and you're able to have that love, internal love. Then you start to change your actions, because you always consider how my actions will influence other people that I love, because everything what they do will influence others, and you want to make sure that you do the best influence on other people. And when you think that way, I think that life becomes more beautiful, because you see not just as you on earth, but you look as people, as group of people, that us, and how it could impact that community, us, that we could grow into becoming the best community possible. So yeah, so there's a lot of things that we're able to do one by one to really improve and change the world. But I really love John C. Maxwell. He says that if you want to change the world, you need to change your world. So we need to change and focus on our own world internally, and we're able to change that internal world by ourselves. Life could become much more beautiful, because when your world inside is beautiful, you're able to transfer that beauty to outside world, into influence and really be contagious in other people's lives. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.